Hey y'all, it is your girl Tara. How are you guys doing today? It is Monday, y'all, Monday. And y'all know what happens on Monday. On some Mondays, I talk about my money. So welcome to My Money Monday. All right, and this My Money Monday is a little messy. It's messy. So it is a messy My Money Monday. And it's only messy because it's just my life. I'm not talking about anybody else's money but my money. And just how you can have some plans and they get thwarted by life, and how you have to redirect your goals into one big pot. So you guys are about to get opened up into a little bit more of my life and what I don't know is possibly going to be going on for the next year or two. So we'll see. So even the best well laid plans can, especially for your money, can get thwarted because you have something serious going on. And it sometimes doesn't have to do with losing a job, y'all. It doesn't have to do with a divorce or losing a spouse. Sometimes it is just real life crazy stuff that you have got to prepare for and pay for. So yeah, let's get ready for this drama-filled My Money Monday while I do everything else as well. So y'all know how I am. I get to talking and counting and doing everything else. If that's not your type of video, I apologize. You might just want to sketch on, but if you don't mind my messy Monday for My Money Monday, you can most definitely hang out. So the first thing I want to talk about is one, budget fatigue. Y'all, I'm tired. Everybody keeps misusing this one phrase, so I'm gonna throw it around differently. I'm tired of budgeting. I'm not tired of budgeting for the reason of some people. I know some individuals maybe, oh y'all, I already had to start re-recording this because of my crazy pen flipping problems. Anyway, some people are tired because maybe they're going through something. They got $2 and they're going through the fact that, what do you call that? Maybe they don't have a job, have enough money, something like that. That's not necessarily my issue. I'm just fatigued because I'm kind of tired of tracking my money, y'all. For household, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have $9 for household. I'm gonna put this like this for right now because I have, well, I guess I can put this over here. Hold on, y'all. There we go. I'm just tired. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired of my budget. I'm just tired of having to do this. A lot of it's the same. So I've gotten to the point that I don't even splurge. Y'all, I got $20 left in splurge. Girl, look at you. Okay. Anyway, y'all leave me alone. Anyway, and then I have what, $10 left in dining out. So that was good, guys. Nothing for the G babies. And it's morning time, guys, so y'all gonna hear a lot of background noise. I apologize. And we still have 50. We have 50 now for, what do you call that? We have the 50 for giving. All right. So yeah, I'm just tired, y'all. I'm tired of, I'm thankful I can do it, but I'm tired of writing everything down, coming out with these, having to, do my breakdown, tracking all of my money, looking at my expenses. I just want to spend my money and be okay with spending my money. But then, I also realized, guys, that even with spending my money, I'm buying stuff I don't need. Hold on, y'all. 2 plus 9 plus 20 plus 10 plus 50. 93 was left. And 50 of that doesn't count though. So 43 overall. So this is it? Oh, where I get 93 from, y'all? That's a 2. 2 plus 9 plus 20 plus 10 equals 41. I was gonna say, so it's 91 overall, but this was 41. Okay. So I wanted to do something with that real quick before I do this one allocation. So let me put this over here. But yeah, I'm just tired, guys. I say I want to spend my money on stuff, and I do. But you know what? I also realize that me spending money on things, it's okay. But yeah, I don't have what was that? I'm just getting stuff. So it's like, well, you really don't need this stuff. So budgeting helps me to monitor my consumption, because that's all it is consumption. You know, consumerism, consumption. I am going to put this in here. I'm going to put the groceries and household into the extra groceries and household. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's going to be $11. That's going to go in there. And weekly wallet. So that's the thing too. That's what the budget helps me do. But I'm tired, y'all. I'm just tired of monitoring my money. It is very exhausting. You know, at this point, my goal is to make sure that I am saving the maximum amount of money that I can to help me with retirement. But y'all, I'm tired. If you are young, just start young, y'all, because being older, trying to play catch up, it is just tiring. It's very tiring. You know, I'm not a big consumer in certain respects, but in other respects I am. So, but anyway, we got 20, 30, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So $59. 59 in our extra, just in case I have to come over here and get it. So, all right, so that leaves 10, that 20, 30. I have $30 left. I would like to put $10 at least over here in miscellaneous. Weekly wallet. All right, so that'll give me $10, $5.19 to 25. That just helps to, just in case, because there's catch-all, you know, you need a little extra money, I can grab it out of there instead of my emergency money. Okay, so that's nothing else. I have $20 left. I wanted to finish up this one thing in the Saving Butterfly. Now, tomorrow when you guys watch the video, you are going to see that I had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we'll do 10 here. You guys are going to see that I have a, what do you call that? Hold on, y'all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. What you guys are going to see is that I have, I pre-recorded the video for tomorrow. And so there are some things that I have to, that I have counted. You're going to see that. I was finishing something out, or I was adding money to a certain thing. And so today I am just finishing it out to make it an actual, to finish off that particular savings challenge. So this is days of savings, right? Yeah, so days of savings, I have 1, 20, 40, 5, 55, 65, 70, 80, 80, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186. That's nice, 186. Okay, that works for me. So what I'm doing as well is, I did say in my video for tomorrow, I decided to make this my money that I will take from during the year. When I watch Mercedes, that's what she does. She saves the money up, but she also takes the money out of this particular challenge. So where is it? Oh, so many savings. Okay. She also takes the money. I'm gonna put the $10 here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go close that door. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there. Okay, I'm back. That's better. I know it's not as much. I still just love the door open. But anyway, when I watch Mercedes do it, she actually does, you know, she's saving for Mother's Day. Guess what? She took money out of Mother's Day. If there's something in there she needs, she's giving to someone, or she's using, she uses it. So, and sometimes the things, this is like my own little bank account for the year. There is stuff in here that I do need to do, but you know, it's okay, and I will get to it. And speaking about that, I just did something and I want to do something else as well. But yeah, I don't know about you. I just have a little bit of budget fatigue. That's it. I'm kind of tired of budgeting. Um, I just want to live. I want to live free. I want free falling. Yes, that's me, y'all. So now we are done with this challenge. Yes, look at that. Yes. When did I complete it? Today is 5/19/2025. Y'all probably seeing this cord in the video. No, you didn't. Good. All right. So this should be 100 in here. I don't do the ding, ding, ding. I only do it for the hop. So we have 20, 40, 50, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100. Yes, I have completed that challenge. Yes. All right. And so now I will be moving on to the next challenge. I think I'm going to no, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how I'm going to do this. So we'll do this here. And I think I'm going to put this on both sides, right? Yeah, we can do that there. Nah, nope, don't want to do that. Okay. So then I'll put that there. And then let me get myself a paper clip. I'm so basic, as y'all see. You know, if you've been following me, you see how basic I am. You know, I don't get all spiffy and stuff. I like the clothes I like because I dress like eccentric, like Betsy Johnson. I love stuff like that. But still, I just feel restricted. And so I have budget fatigue. I'm just really tired of my budget. That's all. I'm very, very tired of my budget. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's put this up. Now we're going to stuff my cash wallet. That's what time it is. It's time to stuff the cash wallet. In addition, I'm going to do my bi-weekly things that I normally do. Okay, so let's see how much money I have to stuff my cash wallet. All right, so we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80. So we have 280. Oops. We have 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. $503. 503. 503. That's right. We are right. So basically, it's the same. So like I said, it's this, you know, I'm stuffing my cash wallet. It's basically the same every 2 weeks. I utilize this money for 2 weeks. And it's like, why am I doing this? Because if I don't do it, guys, if I don't do this, then I won't do this. Does that make sense? So I might be tired, but if I don't do this, I won't do it. So 55 goes in here. Now, the next thing that has thrown us off. Now, this one is crazy. All right, so let's just stuff this first. We have 20. I have 3 20s. I have 100 going into groceries. It's supposed to be 125 this week, but I always leave 25 in the bank in case I have to use my card. Oh, I found my card, y'all. I found my card. I'll misplace it again, but I found it. So 100, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 95, 100. I do different bills so I can, you know, pay differently all the time instead of one big bill, because then I'll get too much at one time. Let's see, 2 10s and a 5, so 25. And I think psychologically, I have trained my brain. As y'all see, I came out with $20. I came out with $20 in my splurge after 2 weeks and $10 in dining out after 2 weeks. So that's really good. All right, so we have spending is going to be 60. 1, 2 10s, 3 5s, 2, 3, and 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So psychologically, I feel like I've done a really good job of training myself in regards to how to better spend my money, not to splurge too much, because I still splurge. We have 20, 30, 45, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. I still splurge, you know, and whatever I do, I have to use some of the money or reimburse it using the money I have here. So we have dining out or food and snacks. And so that is, which I need to, I shouldn't be doing this at all. So we have 120, 210s. So I'm not saying that budgeting hasn't helped or anything. I'm just tired of budgeting. That's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tired of going to the bank to get the money. You know, I got 20, 30, 45, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay. And as y'all know, I do a lot more sinking funds than I do savings challenges. That's how I set myself up this year, because that was the way that I wanted to do. That was my goal. My goal was to do it that way. So we have 20 for the grandkids, okay? And I gotta do something with this money. So we got 25 for giving, because now we have $75. You know what I think I'm going to do with this? I did this for, so I had someone, I was talking to them, and they were just telling me what's going on and everything. And I had decided, you know, I'm doing well. And I was able to go to the bank, and I took out some money, and I got a Joel Osco grocery, you know, what is that thing called? Gift card. And so I put the money on the gift card and I gave it to that person. And I think that's what I'm probably going to start doing. I think I'm going to do that. That would make me feel better, because I think it's just to give it to people. Because people are having a hard time, and it's easy to judge people's situation, because I'm an analytic person, and I'll sit back and be like, okay, but you got this, you got that, you got A, B, C, and D. And then I just be like, you know what? Lord help, everybody just doesn't manage their money well. You know, their priorities are their priorities, not necessarily the best priorities to me, in my opinion, but it doesn't hurt to help them. You know, it does not hurt to help them. So that's what I did, and that's what I think I'm going to do. I'd like to give away like $100 gift card a week, but I might go for a month. I'll do 100 a month to start off with. How's that, y'all? I don't know. So we have that stuff. I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna throw that over here, because if I don't, y'all, I'm gonna forget it. And I'll walk up out of here. In fact, you know what? Hold on, because I'm about to put that actually in my backpack, because I have done a My Money Monday, stuffed my thing, and totally forgot my cash wallet, and was mad because I couldn't get no coffee. Because I'm telling y'all, because one, my credit card is in there. Two, I don't know where my debit card, well, I didn't know where my debit card was. So I was just grumpy because I had no coffee. All right, so we are on my bi-weekly cash stuff. And there are things that I actually stuff. It's not a lot, it's a couple. So the other thing that's going on is that the year of Tara has come to an end. I figured it would somewhere around here possibly come to an end. I didn't want it to, but you know, stuff happens, y'all. Stuff happens. And not in a bad way. So, oh, what is this? Oh, yes, yes. I need to deposit this money. That's what I need to do. That's why I have this here. And so I'm going to deposit this money today into my FMBO account. Okay, I hate to say into my high yield savings account, because everybody be saying that. Yeah, we know you got a high yield savings account. So I need to deposit this money. So that's what I'm going to do, because it is it this money or is it this money? It's this one. I had it on the wrong one. So actually it's going to be this one. It's the HOA that I need to do. I put it on the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so because I was like, there's only 160 in there. All right, so it is pay number 10, which I use this as my bonus pay. Yeah, I knew I was gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna get back to it. I use this as my bonus pay, but I still stuff the things that are supposed to be stuffed. So 160, oh, I'm gonna have to add some extra money. 160 plus 80 equals 240. 240, oh my Lord. So I paid for everything already, right? Let's see, so I've had 10 paychecks already, right? So 10 pays, usually you get 26 minus 10 equals 16, and two of them minus two, and so then times 80 equals, okay, really? So 80 times 14, okay. 1120 is what I should have in here then. Because let's see, you get 26 pays a year. I get paid bi-weekly minus 10, because this was 10, all right? And then I'm subtracting 2 because I can't use the ones in December since that's when it's due. Okay, equals 14. Actually, I need to subtract one more because I might have to pay it mid-November. Y'all see, this is what I do. Y'all walking through it with me. And times 80 equals, okay, I will have enough. My DEA license is $888, okay? And so I have to be able to pay that license. And it just doesn't seem like it, y'all. It doesn't seem like $80 every 2 weeks is going to help. But yeah, y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. Okay, so $240. We're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 20s in there. That makes 80. Okay, so let's go back here. Wow. So yeah, y'all saw it real time. That's what I do. That's just what you have to do. And I think that's kind of what I'm tired of as well. So we got 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40. So 240. But it works. It really works because this is money that, the one thing about budgeting, I will say, and why I do mainly sinking funds for the things I know I need compared to all these savings challenges, is because I know this is like having the bank account outside of the bank account. That way, whatever I do, if I do a oopsie and I have to pay for it, I'm not taking away from anything I know I have to pay for. So if you have to put your electric bills in here, even if they are electronically taken out of the account, some people are like, well, I have this and I have that. You know how many people mess over their bill money in their account? Even if you have to take it out, just do it. It's worth it. So like I said, the year of TAR is coming to an end. All right, so we're putting 600 in here. I need to take 600 out. I need to take 600 out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, right? Hold on. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 50, 20, no, 50, 70, 90, 600. All right, so we got 600. And I am using my placeholder that I got from Baddies and Budgets because I paid for it and I need to use it. So we have 500, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3. So 683. There you go. Anytime you see the placeholder and the prop bill, you know what? It's deposited in the bank. So let's go ahead. Let's get this in the bank. Shorty, what we drank, I don't know. But this is going to, I got a lot I got to do, y'all. And I got to be at work at noon, and this is crazy. This is another thing too, is shooting these, these videos. It's like, oh my God, I don't have the thing for this, but whatever. It's like, anyway, medical. So sometimes I just don't want to do these things, even stuffing money into these challenges. Sometimes I just don't want to do it. So I said for my copay, I'm okay. So I have it on hold for right now, right? That is correct. So I am not putting that 15 in there. I don't need to put the, I don't need to put it into that account, my professional fees, because my professional fees will have the money in it that I need. Let's take 15 out, and it's probably gonna go back to the bank. And these are the things that this is why I do sinking funds, and this is why you have to budget. I know I'm gonna keep saying that. Okay, so prescriptions, I'm putting $15 in there. Well, what? Did I run? I ran out of fives, y'all. Did I really? I really ran out of fives. Yeah, no, I know what happened. Y'all. I took a 5. I'm pretty sure there's some 5s in here somewhere. Yeah, it is. I took a 5. I took some money and swapped it out. That's what happened. Are there 2 5s in here? There is. There is. Purdue. I sure do. All right. So we took that. All right. So let's put these 5s over here. So 15 goes into prescriptions. And do I want... Yeah. It was 50 for the last one, but I don't... Yeah, I'm good. So we have pay number 10, and then we have the $15. Oh, I put $30 in here. Okay, so I'm gonna put 30. So obviously I took that 15 and put it in here last time. That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. All right, so that makes it 162. Let's make sure we have that. Some of y'all are just so disgraceful with this. Me, I just be like, okay, confused brain. All right, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 61, 2. So 162, that's good for when I need to get my meds. And like I said, I just tend to reimburse myself back. I just have to make sure I have the money. So the vet, yeah, the vet's gonna be getting, hold on, vet and the kids. All right, so the vet, the kids is in a different binder. So the vet is going to be getting, actually it's pet care, $13. We got 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, 13. All right, they're getting a good amount, so that's good. The go is for this one is $500. That was supposed to have been pay number 9. So pay number 10. And so that's going to be $238 is what should be in here. I did condense this. And that's the other thing, y'all, having to condense this stuff off screen. I'm just fatigued. I'm just tired. And then I know y'all like, Tara, what is going on? Okay. In regards to the other thing that I started on and didn't get back to, I know y'all, I'm coming. Got 100, 200, 20, 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 238. So yeah, so I am going to be moving back to the house. There's a big thing going on. We have to, we are going to, how can I say? Okay, so there is a big thing going on. The year Tara is over. My mental health has been okay. It was okay, but there have been things going on with, I think I've told, well, in other videos, I said we have behavioral kids. I call them behavioral kids. Okay, so we adopted my great nephews, and they've been with us for about maybe 8, 9 years almost, right? And one of the children has always had behavioral problems, and the other one started in 2022. And I kind of knew it was because puberty was going to set in. It's gotten to a point, it's a lot for both of us to have to handle. You know, when people think that, hey, you know, you go in to help out, raise kids or whatever, that it's not going to be that difficult. It is it's been a lot. So even though I disconnected myself from the house, because that's part of the mental thing that I needed to disconnect from to give myself some peace, because I was mainly the main caregiver. And, you know, for the most part, I'm not going to lie, you know, men tend to not see things like women do. And they think that women are over exaggerating. So that was part of the reason why I had to leave out of the house too, because my husband had to see for himself what I was going through. And so then, you know, just when my husband thought everything was like, oh no, you were exaggerating, life kept hitting and hitting and hitting. I mean, it's like one thing after another. And when you have 2 children in a house like that, it's crazy. So what has happened is we have, we accumulated a $10,000 legal bill for one of the kids who just, the court and everything is done. And so this is real people stuff. This is stuff that makes you have to redirect your money. This is not, we lost a job. This is not, you know, things are high. This is literally, this stuff is taking our ability to save for retirement. So with the one kid, we had to get, for what they did, we had to get a, we spent $10,000 on a lawyer. And so we had to pay all that. And then that person, he got his sentence, and he has to go to this facility that now we have to get a lawyer to, my husband, bless men, that's all I'm gonna say is men. And if a man is watching this, man, listen to your wife, as long as she's okay and reasonable. Y'all gotta stop arguing with your wives. I had told my husband a while ago that we needed legal representation for ourselves. And so he was like, oh, da, 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 blah, 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 blah. Well, they're going to require, so we have to pay for this, where somebody else who doesn't have the money, the state would be paying for it. But because they are like, oh, you got money, we have to pay. So we have to go to court for that. And the customary is 20%. 20% of our income is going to be like, we are going to be going back to paying like we did for the other boy when we sent him to a private facility. And it's crazy. So we have to get representation for us to be there for us in court to get that knocked down. And that's my goal, is I'm praying it gets knocked down, because everybody, you got to understand, when you get a lawyer to represent your child, that lawyer does not represent you. That lawyer represents your child. So that lawyer don't care what we have to pay. That lawyer didn't care for a lot of stuff with us. And when I say he represented the child, it was like, you would have never thought we was there, even though we had to pay for it. And then we're not allowed to get him neither one of them, a public defender, because the courts will order us to pay for it. So it is like, are you freaking serious? But anyhow, I don't want to make this a long video. So let me hustle. Let me get these kids stuff. So then what has happened is he got sentenced. So we have to send him off to this thing. We have to send him off to this thing. And as a result, we are going to have to pay for it. I don't know who's going to get billed first. But I told my husband before he even goes, we need to get legal counsel that represents us, so we know what our rights and stuff are. They told us in court that we just need to start saving money. That's fine and dandy. But I'm going to tell you, when the first bill comes, those people are probably going to bill us. Okay. And I'm like, don't pay nothing. I have to get a lawyer because my husband won't listen, because he lives in fear. I'm sorry, my husband's agnostic. And so he lives in fear sometimes of some things. And I'm just like, dude, you cannot live in fear. You need to find Jesus right now, because let me tell you something. You have got to trust this process. That's not the court system, because they will screw us. So that's the first kid. So we have to go to court in August for that. And we do have money off to the side, but y'all, once again, it could be up to $8,000 a month again. And that, we spent $92,000 on the other kid. And people think, oh, you got money. No, this is where our money is going, guys. And you think about $92,000 that in a year you could have had that much into your savings, and you can't. And we're working to pay this. They don't care that they're going to look at our tax returns over the last 3 years, and they're not going to care that, how can I say, that we worked overtime and did other stuff in order to make that money. So anywho, that's for child number one, the 12-year-old. So for the older boy, we need the same lawyer, and this particular lawyer, and that's the only thing I say about the state of Illinois, especially up here in Chicagoland. People can say what they want about it, but one of the reasons why I did move was not just for my grandkids. It also was because these kids had these behavior problems, and I felt like we would get more support in one way or another. Court-wise, it sucks. And no, the mental health system didn't fail anybody. The court system didn't fail. This just sucks. It sucks for a parent that has a child with these type of issues, because their goal is never to separate the child from the family. It's always to get the child help. But it is going to be at your expense, period. So the older one has done some stuff as well, and now he is also in the legal system. And so now we have to pay for that. And it's just best if we get representation for ourselves to cover us for what is going on with these kids. And so that is why I'm moving back into the house. That is why we got to pull our resources together so that one person doesn't fall or fail. And that's going to mainly be my husband, because he does make the most money. But that's where our money is going, y'all. That's what's going on. That's what these big changes are coming up. And so I have to kind of figure out what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to be saving. There are going to be some changes, but we'll see. We got 125, 35, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. And I've been picking up at work. It helps me. It helps my numbers to get my bonus, and it helps my numbers to get my bonus, and it also gives me the extra. What do you call that? I'm gonna put this here. It also gives me extra money. Okay, so I moonlight at work. It's great because I'm salary, so I didn't realize I could, and since I have been, I can. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm 51 and I'm tired. I don't want to work this hard. I don't want to work this hard, and it's gonna sound cruel, but for kids I didn't birth, I don't want to work this hard. You think you're doing a great thing, and I just say buyer beware. Be very cautious of if you want to adopt kids. I know people are like, there's so many people that can't have kids. There are, but that doesn't negate what we're going through. Okay, I just want to say that. So we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15. So 115, that's good. So yeah, so we have some big legal expenses coming up for ourselves, for another kid, and then we have to pay out for another kid. It's just a lot of money. So I'm hoping they can get it down to 10 or 5, because I'm kind of like, the state sentenced him, then the state can pay for it. And then, you guys, the other thing that is not good for us is that we were supposed to get help from the state, respite care, all that other stuff, because we adopted my great nephews out of the system. And so because we adopted them out of the foster system, we were supposed to get some help, and we just did not get the help we were supposed to get. So that kind of sucks. All right, so the other thing I do on this day is I have reimbursements I have to do, okay? I have some reimbursements I have to do, and this one doesn't get reimbursed. So, okay, this is the credit card, all right? And I have, this is the credit card. Everything in green are the things that have to be reimbursed. Now, this one here, which is from the shell, that's just going to come out of the account, because like I said, I couldn't find my debit card at the time. And so I just used the credit card. This 3411, this is gifts. I showed y'all that on my little haul. This 166.42 Amazon, that was Mother's Day's gift for my medical assistants. And so I showed y'all that. This 86.30 was the boxes. That was from Home Good, the wrapping and stuff. So as you see, this was for Mother's Day. Okay, and also for my daughter, sorry. Office Max, they charged me twice, and I was gonna go get it. And I'm usually a fighter for this, but y'all, like I said, there's been a lot going on, as you heard. You can imagine if we have to pay for attorneys, just know there was a lot of stress going on. I'm just gonna say that. That's the part I want to get into. I'll get into the money part of it, which I just told y'all the money part of it. So that's why I've been kind of like aloof and all over the place, and just trying to hang on in here and stay consistent with budgeting. But anyway, so 552, they charged me twice. Normally I would fight for it, but I don't even care now. So then, and this was for Office Max, for stuff that had to do with things I was printing out for myself, and also for, for myself for this. Okay. Hobby Lobby, I just purchased something that was for work. In Walmart, I got some pet food, and then I also bought some clothing. So here we go. The first thing I'm gonna do is the easy one, is the pet food, $32. We're gonna go ahead and take it out of pets. I can't find my, what do you call that? I cannot find my, what is that thing called, y'all? $32. I don't do the change. I just, what do you call that? What is that called? Y'all, I can't think. I got brain fog too. And I'm going through menopause, y'all. Perimenopause. I just assumed the change in my account. So that's the biggest thing. So $32. We're going to do 32. I'm going to just do that later. So reimburse for purchase. All right, reimburse for purchase. And it was on 510. All right, so there's that. I'm not happy, y'all. I can't find I usually have my little, what are those called? My notes. Yeah, but I don't have it. So I'm gonna do a lot of editing in this video. Hold, please. That's 40 minutes. Okay, guys, let me hurry. It's 40 minutes. All right, so this is for FNBO equals $600. And this is for, what was that thing called? HOA for condo. Yeah, the condo is the one that's more expensive, not the regular house. All right, and so then we have pet care. It was food is $32. Okay. All right, so we got that. And so then the next thing is I'm gonna take this out of, so we got 5, 10, that's gonna be 11. 11, that's going to be 15. So $15 out of YouTube. And I have some more that I need to do. 15. Okay, so that's gonna be 184. And we have, I'm just gonna put 519. We have reimbursed. All right, so we reimbursed that. So let's take the $15 out. Here we go. Thank God I got $15. All right. It's okay, because I'm going to have to actually, I'll be taking money out of here, and then any of the money I save, I will put back in there. All right, and so let's see. Now, Hobby Lobby is $13. I'm just going to eat that. I'm going to eat that. All right, so the next thing is going to be these Mother's Day gift. I'm going to take that out of the Saving Butterfly one that I'm doing. So 166 and 86.30 is $252. So we'll make that $253. All right, so $253. So let's take this out of here. Now you'll see tomorrow's video and you'll see that I have a certain amount in here. We'll go ahead. I'm taking it out of the 12 months. All right, so we got 1, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 268, and I'm only going to take 100 and 20, 40, 63, 163. Okay. So in tomorrow's video, you're going to see, because I pre-recorded where I count the whole amount. So we're going to take 163 out of there. Okay, minus 163. All right, I have $89 because I took the extra out of here. What, girl? What you do? What you do? Okay, there we go. Because that's the 163. 10 over there. So I got 1, 20, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3. So 163. So we're going to do Amazon. Amazon, Mother's Day, 163. Home Goods. It says 89. I'm just going to put 80. It says 86. Well, I didn't do it. Well, I guess it should have been 166, but who cares? We'll do the 89. Mother's Day. So I'm going to take this out of daily savings, okay? So, and I appreciate watching Mercedes and how she does all of this, because it is nice to learn from all of you budgeters out there. All right, so we got 100, 20, 40, 55, 65, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 186 on there, and I said I need to take 89 out. So we have 20, 40, 55, 65, 75. Well, hold on, let me see. 20, I need to take 89. 20, 40, 55, 65, 75, 81. Okay, 89. Hold on. Sorry, guys. 100 minus 89 equals $11. You goofaloo. Why do I make things so hard? Because you know what? I'm trying to hustle. Because I done did that whole long speech about my life and stuff and what's going on money-wise. Okay, so $89. And I'm going to get these, I'm going to make some little placeholders for myself because I always want to know how much did I ever save in total? How much did I save in total? So that's nice, especially since I'm doing, yeah, I already did that. All right, so I did that one, especially since I'm doing this like in bits and pieces. Now, and then I have $93.55 for clothes. Okay, and 34, so how much more? 34.11 plus 93.55 equals $127. I can, let's see where I can take some. I just did daily savings. Oh, some mini savings. I just did that. What about Butterfly? I only have $70 in there. And this is for the car repairs. You know what? I'm probably just going to eat that cost because the rest of this is for long-term savings and next year's splurge. So I'm not taking money out. That's long-term savings. All of this is for specific funds because I do spend that much money. I'm just going to eat this. I'm just going to eat these cost. So I need to altogether 34 plus 45.44 plus 13.01 plus 93.55 equals $186 is what I'm just going to eat out of my bank account. 186.11 I'm going to out of bank account. Okay, and so 166.42 plus 86.30 plus 5.52 plus 5.52 plus 4.20 plus 32.38 equals $300.34. We have 1, 2, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. So, all right, and that's just the change. So I guess what I'll do is 99, and I will take $2 out of my splurge fund here. 1, 2. There you go. That's how you do it, guys. That is how that's how I do it. That is how I do it. I don't know how anybody else is going to do it, but that's how I do it. So I did 101 for the change. Okay. So we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $101. $101. And I did not add that other stuff on there. But you know what? It is okay because this video is running a little long, guys, and I don't want to, I do not want to continue to take y'all's time. And then I'm adding 600 to that, and that is for F&BO. This is F&BO. This goes to Chase. I have another deposit that has to go to Chase too because it's just money that goes back in the bank. And all right, guys, there we go. I'd like to thank you guys. I want to thank y'all for being here and seeing what I have to offer. I appreciate you taking the time if you stayed to the end of the video. Just know that sometimes, guys, you know, your budget, there are a lot of things that affect a lot of people's budgets. And just because you think that you can see that, oh man, that person has a lot of money. Real talk, y'all. Me and my husband never expected for all of this to happen to us in regards to money-wise. We have paid out a lot of money over the past couple of years as a result of the children, and it is very stressful on us. There are other things that are going on behind the scene, but when it comes to money, money. This is very stressful on us. And it has caused some rifts in our marriage. And I know people say, hey, you can't let A, B, C, and D occur, but of course, there's more dynamics going on other than just the money aspect of it, but it is one of the aspects. And the biggest thing was I just really didn't want my husband working that hard. That's why, we were in disagreement about getting a lawyer. But at this time, he's like, he understands and he sees. I was like, we got to protect us. We're too old for this. We are too old for this. And eventually you have to make some sort of decisions. And so now we got to make the state of Kentucky and state of Illinois step up. We got to make them step up. So, all right, guys. All right. So I appreciate you being here, guys. Leave a comment below, okay? Leave a comment below. Are you tired of budgeting, y'all? Are you tired? Are you fatigued? Do you have budget fatigue? Okay, I do. And let's see. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, and I'm going to see you in my next video.